Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Neo Dark Origin, it is a TVP featuring Mong and Rain. Top left, it's going to be Rain. Almost called him Mong there, but hey, bottom right, it's going to be Mong. So it's blue versus white here on Neo Dark Origin. Another incredible replay from RJB for the standalone VOD of the day. Yes, I am streaming live here on YouTube and on Twitch 6 days a week, Sunday through Friday. Stop by, say hello. I'll be casting live pro replays like this, and we'll have some live games being played as well over at Battle.net US West. So if you want to play on my stream, check it out, man. It's a good place to be. Everybody is very friendly. You will not be left out. Okay. So, what's the play gonna be here, folks? It's gonna be ye old Pylon coming up, a Proxy, opening here from Rain under his Smurf name, Mini Maxi, which just makes me laugh every time. I feel like this is intentionally funny. Maybe it's not, but I don't know. Dude, somewhere Artosis, he just woke up in a cold sweat and said, what's happening? Why am I so mad right now? It's because there is a Terran player somewhere in the world getting proxy gated, and he has no idea that it's coming. Ooh, preventing the gas block. Ooh, prevented the gas steal there. That is actually really important. If a probe comes in and tries to gas steal you and throws down a pylon inside your mineral line, it's probably a proxy. So you'd better get this barracks down. You'd better start making Marines, maybe even getting a bunker. For sure, man. Oh. I mean, this is what we're looking at. This is the kind of game we like here, isn't it? The macro games are fun. They're a little bit dull, maybe, in the early stages of the game sometimes. Sometimes they're really exciting in the early stages, and then they go for another 40 minutes. But this one right here gets started early. We'll see how long it goes. Maybe it's a sneaky twofer. Maybe it's not. You don't know. Yep. So there we go. Nice SimCity here. Supply Depot just snug against this barracks. Very important when you're being proxied especially. And this is Robert the Zealot, hoofing it down. Hoof, 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 hoof. Hoof, hoof. Another pylon coming up inside the mineral line here for Mong. And, oh no, an SCV is lost. Oh boy. Alright, so SCVs are body blocking here for the Marines. Excellent job here by Mong. He knew what was coming, and this is the correct response. So, Terran players struggling with proxied zealots. I know you're out there. This is how you do it, man. Just throw down a supply depot next to your barracks. Zealots are too big to fit between, but Marines are not. So that is how you escape. All right. So again, it takes like 40 hits from a Marine's gun to kill a zealot. I don't know why we are so focused on this pylon. Okay, it's down, but was it really worth it? Oh my gosh, just a lot of zealots inside your main base here, dude. And you're worried about a pylon. Bam. Okay, so no more pylons inside the mineral field, but there are still 3 zealots here. How many kills do they have? 1, 2, and 0. Another zealot. Holy smokes. And another zealot finally taking gas and throwing down a cybernetics core is Rain. Yeah, so with this much zealot pressure, throwing down a bunker is a pretty good idea. So 17 to 17 workers here. So the Protoss is behind because he's on 1 base with equivalent workers versus a Terran player with 1 base and equivalent workers here. Good heavens to Betsy. Good heavens to Betsy. What do we got here, man? All right, so a lot of Marines. That bunker not filled up. Doesn't really matter. And now there's enough Marines to actually kind of burn these guys down pretty quick. So 3 kill Zealot, then a Goon shows up. This is awesome. This is so good. You're not getting up here, say the SCVs. They're body blocking. The Marines are here. If the Goon wants to come up this ramp and take some serious hits, it can. Trying to get a bunker at the top of the ramp here. Goon firing away. Will miss some shots with the high ground here. But what an aggressive opening to the game. this is from these two players, l'agression. As I would say, en français, which I do not speak, but I can speak a little bit. Juste un peu, as they would say in Paris. Anyway, bunker top of the ramp here. Really tough to break with unupgraded Zealots and Dragoons here. Singularity charges coming in, just going to help, I guess, but you're still attacking up to high ground. You're still missing shots, and guess what? The factory is done. Machine shop is being added on, and it has to be tanks, right? Has to be a tank. It is a tank. Great. And then the rest of your, when you've got enough money for an upgrade there, we're going to get siege mode. We're just going to want to feel incredibly safe here, building a second CC here inside the main base, even as Rain throws up the Nexus back home at his natural. So no further tech from him. He's really just unupgraded, like gatewaying his way up here. I mean, it's not unupgraded because Rain's just finished for these goons. So, I mean, sure. There's definitely that. Siege mode getting fired up, as predicted here by Falcon. Sometimes I do, in fact, know what I'm talking about. Robotics facility, again, for detection against spider mines, but can be used for the Reavers. Reavers, honestly, with how aggressive this has been from Rain, I kind of expect it, man. Kind of expect it. So these guys know that there's either going to be spider mines tossed down here soon, or there's going to be siege fire raining down upon them from the high ground very, very soon. So they're kind of inching their way over to the left side of the base a little bit. Denying the base is huge, but they can't deny it for long, and that second CC is done. Siege mode is about 90% complete, and the little clock inside Rain's head is like, okay, it's going to be coming soon. There will be siege tank fire coming at me. There would be vultures coming down if it was something else. So let's try to stay out of range as much as we can. This guy's definitely not out of range. Okay, so now this dude falls back. He's like, gotta stay out of range of, there you go, out of range of that high ground tank. And then another tank comes down. Siege is up on the ramp. Siege is up under the barracks, so it can't be targeted properly. Sending the command center down to get a little bit extra vision here, because tanks can shoot farther than they can see. So the command center is spotting, and Rain does finally decide to pull back, at least a little bit. At least temporarily here. Okay, oh, a third base coming in here too from Rain. So, probably not going for Reavers based on the timing of that third. Kind of wants to saturate that down would be my imagination there. We got ourselves another factory here for Mong, and he can finally breathe a sigh of relief. That was a ton of Protoss right in his face so fast. For so long, and it's gone now. So the Protoss pressure is gone. There's a gateway he probably wants to kill here soon. As soon as he figures out it's there, because he knows it was a proxy based on the timing of that Zealot, right? And the gas steel, obviously. Upgrades coming in for the mech. Protoss doesn't have any forges yet, but that's less of a concern for him at this stage of the game. So we've got ranged Dragoons. We don't have any speed for the Zealots. We don't have any upgrades for anything else. Just trying to saturate up this third base because it is a two-basing Terran now, and it's 39 to 32 workers in favor of the toss. So really nice probe count, especially considering the aggression he's been throwing up, man. Can you proxy your opponent in a PvT and have 41 workers at 8 minutes after that? Can you? Because Rain sure can. That is just really, really problematic. Actually going Charon boost. He is going Charon boost here as an observer slowly flies in. Tries to see what's going on. Anything crazy. Sees the Goliath come out and says, It is shuttle speed. Shuttle movement usually indicates Reavers, but also it could be used just as Zealot Bomb too. So I'm not going to promise you guys Reavers or anything, but as I always say, I like putting Reavers in the thumbnail just so Protoss know that there are Reavers in the game, because if there aren't Reavers, the Protoss is like, what are we doing? Why are we using Reavers like Snow is to win all these games? And it's like, you know, it's a fair point. It does seem like the win rate for Protoss goes up a lot when they're using Reavers and under any capacity. I mean, if they're good with the Reavers. If they're terrible with the Reavers, then no. Right? It doesn't really matter. But if they're good with the Reavers, sure, it makes a lot of... Oh, there we go. Never mind. There's a robotics bay right here. I looked at it. And we are making a shuttle. We are making a Reaver. Reaver pops now. Our little caterpillar man is here and ready to go. Reavers can be incredibly good and incredibly powerful tools in StarCraft. They can also die immediately as soon as you unload them and 2 tanks kill them, right? 2 tank shots to take down a Reaver. It's not a lot. They're pretty squishy, but they hit like trucks, so that makes sense. Throwing a barracks down to cover this back door here on Neo-Dark Origin, because you do want to watch this back door, right? That's a stasis cell prison, mineral field, kind of a wall here. You can take this down. I think it's stacked. Is it stacked? I think these are stacked. So if you're going to do anything about them, you want to bring some splash damage with you, like Reavers, Firebats, Lurkers, if you're a Zerg player, for example. Is the probe going to come down here and try to mine this out? Or is he just checking for a base? He's like, did the Terran expand in this location? No. Is he proxying something? Man, proxying like a Stargate back here would be pretty cool. Hey, we get a scan. So where's our scan? Scans the main. Doesn't see the robotic support bay. And here comes double shuttle coming in. Speed upgrade done. Unloading the Zealots, unloading the Reaver, unloading the Goons here too. Reaver shot on tank, one tank down, another tank down, huge. We can unload a little bit more safely now inside the natural base. SCV is getting wiped out. That Reaver dies. The shuttles were not long for this world anyway. I say that, and then there's one down here, but it's also dead. So, 66 to 42 workers now in favor of Rain. He's way up in economy. That was pretty scary, but it was a good SCV pull. At the end of the day there, could have been a lot worse for Mong, for sure. The Zealot Legs getting fired up. A Templar Archives is warping in. Somewhere up there. More Reavers being produced, because why wouldn't we make more Reavers? Another scan, just out here to see if there's any thing on this bridge. You know, there's not, but there's stuff just on the other side of the bridge, which is kind of the same thing, honestly. But yeah, crossing bridges is tough on this map, no matter who you are. Crossing a choke, when there's enemy on the other side concaving you, that's like the worst thing in the world. Checking this path as well. Gonna try to check and see if there's a third base down here, because the 3-basing Terran is much different from a 2-basing Terran. Because if there's a third base coming up, then you probably want to get a fourth of your own if you're the Protoss, and if not, then maybe stop making probes. Maybe just start making stuff. Get Psystorm, right? Get upgrades, because there's an attack coming. And yeah, these Vultures are trying to get up here, but Goons are attacking them. Spider Mines taking out a single Goon and a single Vulture there too. And they're gonna win this battle, but a lot of Vultures died and they've been scouted too. So the Vultures can't really do much at this stage, I would argue. 10 Zealots at a time in production. Third base coming in. Who knows? Doesn't look like it, though, does it? Yeah, it's just tanks, it's Vultures, it's SCVs. Spider-Mine's annoying. Where is the OBS? There are OBS. Here's one right here. Bring it over. Take down these Spider-Mines. You can do it. Spider-Mining additional bases, locations where the Protoss would want to take a fourth base. Vulture's trying to get into this third. Pretty good pylon wall, keeping most of those probes alive. And he is throwing up a Nexus down here. Okay, so he ninjas it. Makes a gate. Oh, crap. Got scouted. All right. Well, this is the problem of doing ninja bases. Sometimes they totally get scouted, and sometimes you have to cancel the Nexus. Because guess what? Oh, never mind. Maybe you can save it with a Reaver. Okay, everything's fine. We're good. One Reaver solved that problem, but it has been scouted, which is not ideal. Don't want to have your ninja scouted before it actually comes up. Right. Further upgrades for the mech coming in. No sign of a third at all. This really feels like a concerted 2-base attack, right? We've got 2, 4, 6 factories here on the 2 bases. Sniping OBS. Like, okay, can we get across this bridge without getting shot in the face? Yes, but also, the Protoss is coming down this right side here. Spider Mines reveal the intention. Response here from Mong is, well, there's not really a base for me to defend over this way, so if they want to attack into my tanks over here, they can do that. And here he comes. Zealots across the bridge. Most of the army coming down those stairs and into this engagement here. Shuttle gets wiped out thanks to the Goliath. Another shuttle getting targeted. Bam. Good storm on a couple of those tanks anyway, but I think there's too much Terran here. I do not think this is going to work out at all. Maybe re-sieging up those tanks would be nice, because I think the Vultures had those Zealots. And there's the re-siege. And there are the attacks. Getting on out. Get on out. Top right base coming in here from Rain. Bottom left working. Working so far. Spider Mines taking out friends and foes alike, as they do. DT's in production. These guys are just trying to kill as many tanks as they can before they die, because they know they're dead. These are Dragoons that recognize their own shortcomings and their own failures, and their own end is coming soon. Man, this makes me feel like I've been reading the Siege of Terra and the Horus Heresy and the Warhammer universe recently. That is some dark and depressing stuff, man. Like, it's... Wow. I'm reading a book right now. It's like book 7 in the Siege of Terra, and it's just... The book's introducing you to character after character, and then they're dying. It's, like, emotionally sapping to keep being like, oh, here's... You know, we're introducing you to this character. Cool, they're taking part in the Siege of Terra. Neat. And 2 pages later, they're dead. You're like, oh, okay. And then after the author does it like the 6th time, you kind of just start, like, stop worrying about these people. They start really stop being as much a concern anyway. It's good stuff. If you want to be sad, I guess. Right, back to the game. 128 to 98 supply here. Third base is coming up for Mong, behind this attack. But he's got +1 attack there. It's about a supply advantage that a Protoss would want. Plus, he's got these corner bases, which are huge for him. So, as long as he can kind of keep this here, I think Rain's okay. I really think Rain has done the right thing here. He stopped making probes when he needed to. He expanded when he needed to. He's now making really nothing but, yeah, Zealots and High Templar. Dragoon count seems good enough for him. And if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me and you. So, the actually mining out this back way on the top, so he can actually evac or send probes at the top right base as necessary. He's covering it too with this group. Clearing out spider mines, not crazy well. Oh my gosh, 2 Dragoons just died to it. Cal Zealot eating spider mines too, but that's sort of kind of the best case scenario. Better than a Dragoon doing it. Right? Gas dying is a lot worse. I don't know about coming down this, though. I mean, 3 basing Terran's good, but he's down in overall worker count, down in base by 2, and down in supply by over 40 supply. So I kind of feel like Rain's doing fantastic here. He's in a great position. Oh, little SCV pull, Stormdropper Rooney causing some issues there, brings them back in, but maybe they shouldn't, though. Oh gosh, look at all those SCVs clumped up. He wants it so bad. He does storm, but the SCVs get out of there. Mong, too smart for that one. Actually, love the Zealot running free. Whee! I'ma kill you, siege tanks. Come back here, you cowards. Roar. That's what the Zealots will say. Don't kill my High Templar friend. Leave him alone. Could not save his life. Here comes the Protoss engaging in a nice little concave here. Where did the Zealots go? I don't know. They're mostly gone. However, some reinforcements do come in from the top side. Storm's getting tossed down on these tanks. Pretty good tank spread from Mong, but he's now down 50 total supply, and I think this is going to get cleaned up. It is really hard to tell right now. Are there enough tanks to do this? And it sure seems like that's a full retreat out of Rain for the time being, but yeah, you got a 53 supply lead now instead of just a 40 supply lead. You won that engagement pretty handily. More shuttles. More gateway manning here from our guy, Rain. Looking great. Looking fantastic. And you know, this is PvT in a nutshell, man. Sometimes Terran looks unstoppable, and sometimes it looks like Protoss is unstoppable. It's like, how are you... They expand so much. Okay, that was not unstoppable. That was just leaving your goons out on the map for no reason, and everybody dying. So it's not a 50 supply lead. Oh, it has actually back to a 50 supply lead. No problem. No problem at all. Reavers on the third base, forcing a full evac. Wait. Did he even evac? I'm not sure if he did. And that is a GG. Mong taps out, and Rain is your winner. Looks like he's asking maybe for a rematch here. Okay, that's not even. That's unfair. Did you give up? I feel like you gave up. Maybe you were just chatting. No, that wasn't a GG. You just kind of let his SCVs die. And now there's Reavers inside his base killing everything, and he's down to 175 to 84 supply, and he's still APMing, so I feel like that was a GG, but it wasn't actually a GG. What is happening right now? Oh, well, just lost both his Reavers. That's kind of... And there's the GG. Okay, after he killed those Reavers, he's like, that's good enough for me. GG. Okay, we got to go back real quick because there was a moment here where the Terran had 35 workers. I want to know what happened to those. But GG, Rain gets the win. Good expanding, good engagements, good dropping, good shuttle play for sure. This is actually not far enough. And yeah, he gets the win. You're on a pretty small map. He was able to take a large chunk of it, and that's how you do. So, right, here it is. Here is the engage. We've got 43 SCVs to 65 probes. And we'll get the music back because that's exciting. And here comes the drop. So it's, again, pretty good SCV pull. And, okay, well, that was the hit. That was the big one that really mattered there. Look at these scarabs getting caught up like idiots. And nothing. That just, yeah, a couple SCVs died there. Yeah, okay, so that could have been a lot worse. And then he sticks around. I really feel like this is him just saying it's over. His third base is done, right? Obviously. And then he takes a huge hit on those SCVs. And then he comes in the main and starts firing on missile turrets. Which is very fun. Takes down a supply depot. Rain does, just for the fun of it. Comes back around. And then the Reavers die, and then Mong's like, good enough. I got my revenge, and gets the GG. So, GG. Mong taps out. Rain gets the win. Rain is looking good in this game. The aggression doesn't kill the Terran, but he's able to win anyway. That's always impressive to see in games like this. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know if he killed enough stuff with that early proxy, and maybe he didn't. But he's able to get away with that ninja in the bottom left, and I think that allowed him to get into victory too. Got outproduced by the Protoss, or out by the Terran rather, but outkilled the Terran pretty substantially. 5 to 6 buildings raised, not really a big deal. The outspend is massive. That's almost a 2-to-1 outspend in just 20 minutes. So I mean, that's what those extra bases really did, eh? Eh? Oh man, that was great. I mean, that was a super good little TVT there, or PVT there for today. Thanks again, RJB, for the replay, and that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.